When you think of Brazil, immediately there's a monument that comes to mind that's located in Rio de Janeiro. It's Christ the Redeemer monument that's been there since the early 19th century. That said, Brazil is a country like no other with its 212 million people, home to the biggest rainforest in the world and the biggest waterfall in the world. A score of tourists flock to the country each year to soak in the beauty, history and culture of the country. To be the next in line visiting this country in South America, you need to polish your Portuguese, so you'll be wowed by the carnivals as well as the lavish lands. Here are 10 things that'll give you a glimpse of Brazil. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe and click the notification bell for more amazing content. Let's begin. Number 10. World's tallest waterslide. If roller coasters spook you, this will floor you. This waterslide is as high as a 14-story building and the thrill you get for just a few seconds is amazing. While on the ecstatic ride, speeds get up to 65 miles per hour on a 134-foot waterslide that just takes 5 seconds for you to make the drop. It was built in 1989 and as one of a kind, it clinched a spot in the Guinness World Book of Records. In case you want to experience the fun for yourself, you'll find the waterfall in Aqueiras, Brazil. If you do go there, let us know if it blew your mind. Number 9. Fisherman and Dolphin Alliance. In Laguna, Brazil, the people have formed a very interesting alliance with dolphins. The fishermen get a lot from this very interesting symbiotic relationship. They both get mullets, which are a type of fish brought to the surface by the dolphins. So how it works is a group of about 20 bottlenose dolphins work together to bring the scores of mullet fish to the shore. The fishermen then wait with their net, stand by for a major catch. The dolphins snap their fins and heads against the waves to signal to the human friends when exactly to cast the nets up. This thrashing motion also helps in separating the mullet fish into smaller groups, making it easier to catch. The fishermen make a living with the help of the dolphins. The elder dolphins teach the younger ones how to help the fishermen catch the fish. This is for sure something straight out of a Disney animation. Well, we all know that dolphins are smart and awesome sea creatures. This is something I'd want to witness for myself. Number 8. Police riding buffalo. For up to 25 years, this has been the preferred transport network for the police working near the Amazon River Delta. Due to the rough terrain, transport becomes a problem, and the police would rely on buffalo rather than jeeps and other four-wheel drives that run the risk of getting stuck. The Asian buffalo has been of service to the police for a long time. It's the ideal animal to navigate through the muddy, swampy and water-filled terrain. On the island of Marajo in Brazil, it's not just the police that enjoy the Asian buffalo. Here it's a culinary dish and you can get a serving of buffalo ice cream, buffalo cheese or even a juicy buffalo steak. It's said the population of the buffalo is over 1 million and the locals claim that a freight ship carrying this species of buffalo crashed into the Amazon in 1980 and the rest is history. This is a cool means of transport. Number 7. Meeting of waters. This is where waters from 2 rivers meet, the dark black water Rio Negro and the pale sandy-coloured Solimões River meet up to form the lower Amazon River. This is such an interesting natural phenomenon. A very spectacular display where the water meeting has different speeds, different temperatures and densities, goes for 6 kilometers. This visual is so out of this world it can be seen from space. It's said that the Rio Negro has its waters flowing from the jungles of Colombia, while the Rio Solimões flows from the Andes Mountains. The 2 rivers have diverse origins and capacities and natural settings. This is so much so that they can't merge, leaving the wonder for all of us to see. Number 6. The world's largest cashew tree. One giant tree that looks and feels like an entire forest. This is the o maior coqueiro do mundo. It produces the world's most delicious cashew nuts. We for sure would want to check out this tree. This is surely a miraculous plant with a huge canopy that opens out to the walkway. It has multiple trunks that extend to over 2 acres near the very picturesque Pirangi beach on the Brazilian coast. It's now a popular place for tourists to visit, especially after it made an entry in the Guinness Book of World Records. This is a tree like no other. Number 5. Fire-friendly plant. It doesn't get any better than this. We've surely heard of life-saving plants and medicinal plants coming out of the Amazon. What we're about to hear of is a flower that comes back from the dead after a raging fire. This happens exactly 1 day after the fire has reduced it to ash. This plant here experiences an immediate beautiful blooming. Quite stunning. The Bulbostylus paradoxa is surely a paradox that adapts to wildfire in the most astonishing way, As the other flowers and plants die a definite death, this phytophlower survives. They're found in the unique savanna biodiversity of the Cerrado in Brazil and are one of the tens of thousands of unique species that live in the South American ecosystem. Truly, there's no place like Brazil. Number 4. Mount Hohe, the Triple Border. How has no movie been filmed here? This is one of the most interesting border points in the world. It separates Guyana and Venezuela. The mountain rests in between the three countries and is one of the highest of the Pico mountain chains in South America. This is breathtaking and also one of the oldest geological formations on the entire planet. Scientists claim it's over 2 billion years old, and the indigenous people in the area had a deep respect for this mountainous sandstone plateau. They believe that originally it was a tree stump, and that was what brought forth all the fruits and vegetables in the world. After it was chopped, it said that the epic tree feeds into the world and caused a major flood. Today, hikers and climbers have gone up this magnificent mountain and scaled new heights, while scientists have discovered newly isolated species living in the barren rock surface. This is for sure another jewel in Brazil. Number 3. Floating island, Iguazu Falls. Found resting beautifully on the border of an Argentine state of Misiones and the Brazilian state of Paraná, there's a natural wonder that topples all the others ever to exist. Its name means big waters, coined from two Guarani or Tope words, Yi meaning water and Wasu meaning big. These legendary Iguazu waterfalls have to be the most fascinating in the entire planet. Indeed, this is the biggest naturally engineered waterfall the world over. Niagara Falls does not even come close in comparison. It's a whopping 269 feet compared to the height of Niagara, which is only 165 feet. Completely outshines all its competitors. It has 275 falls and floating islands that are magnificent. It looks like something straight out of an epic adventure movie. Brazil does have quite a bit to brag about when it comes to its natural endowments. This would be the ideal thing to put on your itinerary if you ever are in wondrous Brazil. Number 2. Carnival. Do you come from a town that holds carnivals? Your local festival or dance parties have nothing on this Brazilian-style carnival. This one will blow your mind. The Brazilian carnival scene is on A+ level. Specifically, the Rio Carnival, it's the party of all parties and no one can match this. Believe me. It began way back in 1723, in the year that led up to Lent. It's elevated in pomp and flair each year. It has banging music, party-loving people, costumes, culture and history that entices and entertains both the local people and the visitors. This carnival has become bigger and better each year and takes place in the Sambadrome Mark de Sapucaí venue. The atmosphere is nothing short of electric. Outside the Sambadrome, there's more. Over 300 street parties take place, lighting up the city, bringing about a party mood which does not leave anyone out. The best time to travel and catch this festival is at the beginning of the calendar year. In your best feather headdress, you'll get to experience the best of Brazil. Number 1. Anaconda Crossing. As the Indians wait for their holy cows to cross the road, while in the Netherlands there's a bridge for the rabbits to cross highways, in Brazil it's another story altogether. They've been sharing the streets with giant green anacondas for years. These anacondas are the largest snakes on the face of the planet. This is an everyday occurrence in the roads of Brazil. Imagine you're driving at speed on the highway and you saw this phenomenon. What would you do? On a normal day we have a zebra crossing, but anaconda crossing is just out of this world. If you thought sitting in traffic is a thing, think again. It's common to see someone halt traffic to let the snake cross successfully. That's what we call coexisting with nature. That's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the beauty, wonder, culture, nature and history that Brazil has to offer. How about you book the next holiday to the Deep South, and while you're at it, like, subscribe and comment on this video and let us know the places you'll start exploring once you land.